Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. With me, Matt, where we have a free-for-all here on a map called Redshire Autumn. I think this is the first time I'm seeing this map. It looks like it's very detailed with lots of cover around here. In a small, quaint little village with an area out here with a windmill. Man, this is a lot of detail. Anyway, let's go for the players. We're on the eastern front. It's in the Germans' day. We have Warbass the Wehrmacht. We have Dog Dimmadome of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. I would imagine, as Doom Tactics for the Waffen-SS, and we have I Hate My Life as Panzer Tactics for the Waffen-SS. Probably hates their life because they're on the Eastern Front. We have seen in the Soviets today. We have Milan Dewey as Strelkovaya, so Rifle Company. We have Kakaboo without a commander. Orkon also without a commander. Need to see what happens when they start picking their stuff. I like all the color on this one. This is a very detailed map. Like, really detailed. We have this little old castle here with a church inside it down here. Very detailed. I like it. Never get to see a custom map with this much detail. Must have taken a while to make it. Takes a lot of, you know, custom storytelling by setting up all this kind of stuff. So it's already seeing some heavy loss here to the Storm Pioneers. We also have this little quaint little village here in the center. Or more like a town, not really a village. There seems to be too much in here. We have a windmill up here with a lot of dragon's teeth scattered about for some reason. I guess it's because it's part of a larger fortification the Germans have prepared. The Waffen-SS are engaging more with the Soviets in the center. We also have a little bit of engagement down here. Oh! The castle! Oh, excuse me. You need to control the munitions points to have a connection to the fuel point down here in the ruined castle. Oh, this bridge. That is a very intriguing way of doing it. Also, the bridge is losing some of its support structures. Meanwhile, the Soviets are trying to get into the town here, but the Germans are pressed to hold them. With some Hitler youth being rushed to the front line. You're also not getting anything from the victory point there unless you hold the town. Very intriguing setup here. But I still think it still prevents the depletion of points despite being cut off. And the Soviets just need to keep the Germans from getting the fuel from this one. This is actually very intriguing. One flash is being tossed. The Germans are trying to push the Soviets out. But the Soviets also keep an eye on this area. Want to just deny that extra fuel to the Germans. But the Germans do control 2 victory points, which will hamper the Soviets. I like the setup here though. Also a little bit of a spotlight there and a checkpoint for the night. Germans are moving up more troops. More folks going here to the front line. Looks like they're gone for like the division. So a very mechanized force of Germans here in the front line. Storm Pioneers are trying to secure the point, but they won't decapture it. So the Soviets are still denying the fuel here to the Germans. But Germans are getting fuel from the town here. The Soviets have to work to get that secured. Have to deal with some Hitler youth with the MP40s. And some more Sturmgunners being pulled in as well. Lots of structures in there, so it's going to be hard to see what's going on. Meanwhile, it looks like the Wehrmacht has managed to push the Soviets out of this area briefly. This will be to the Germans' advantage. And the Fontavikia in full retreat here. Another squad of Fontavikia is right to try and hold them back. Maxim arriving here for the Soviet Union. Trying to apply pressure to these Sturm Grenadiers. Pressing them, and that might give the Soviets an opening to get to this victory point. So the Soviets are bringing more equipment inside the town up here. Which, a shock army having been picked here from Orkan by the looks of it. Lots of structures. Soviets are now on the victory point. And if they can decapture that and even capture it, that will mean the Germans will start losing victory points. MD-34 being pulled up here by the Waffen-SS. It is arranged to cover the point. So it's pulling back behind some cover. The Germans are keeping control of the castle, but they still don't have the connection point. Fighting continues in the town here. So it's and the Waffen-SS are having a little bit of an engagement. So it's not trying to go for the point. Looks like they will succeed unless they get stopped here. More Maxims are being pulled forward here by the Soviet Union. We also have a German medic team on the field, the Sanitator. Try and keep the troops healthy. And in fighting condition. Soviets have managed to secure the victory points, and now just oh, they demolished the oh. There's a bug here. Troops can get stuck inside the windmill. That sucks. So I think I might actually be a lost sapper squad then. And that's sometimes the problem with seeing so many detailed maps. They are sometimes not designed for maneuverability in mind. Or pathing. And before he's swimming into the Fontvik inside the structure. At such a short range, I think the Hitler, you've had the advantage. There's some Maxim to worry about. Although the Maxim, I don't think I can hit them from there. Might be some foliage in the way here. And before he clears out the Fontvik. But it then retreat because the Sapper's coming on the flank. So it's still ensuring the Germans are not getting anything out of the castle. Well, the ruins of the castle. I don't think it is a castle. I think it might just have been a fortified monastery. Yeah, it looks like it was probably just a fortified monastery, to be honest. Let's call it a monastery from now on. Meanwhile, the Germans have to pull back here, I think. They don't think they can hold that line. Too many Soviet troops have arrived. Germans still hold one victory point, and it is a 1,000 point victory point game, so victory points are going to last for a while. More Sturmgrenadiers are arriving here, and there's a Panzerjäger present. But the Maxims are suppressing them. And that allows more of the Soviets to start advancing. Being closer to throw a grenade. That the Germans have to pull back here to their fort headquarters. They're just here by the road. Now the Wehrmacht is pushing more Volksgrenadiers down here into the forests. The forest and fields at the outskirts. The Mthis also keep an eye on the northern flank, but the Turks have just barbed wire here and put a Maxim inside this windmill. Not sure how well that'll work, but of course we'll find out. Bongo also being established here by the Soviet Union. Also the Universal Carrier, unique to Soviet Shock Army. Lend-Lease from the British Commonwealth. One of the many numerous Lend-Lease equipment that the Soviets got. Germans were trying to pull up there, but they probably realized they cannot pull up there easily. Instead, they're going to try and overrun the town. Sturmgrenadiers are being suppressed slowly. But the Sturmgrenadiers are on the flank with the structures here. Trying to lay in more rounds of fire. Also, some Panzergrenadiers here being fully equipped with MP40s. Probably a good choice considering it's an urban environment. Fully equipped with automatic. Oh! The anti-tank rifle grenade did not penetrate! That's very rare. Especially against Universal Carrier. That one also did not penetrate. Well, it might just have hit just in front and missed. Yeah, I think Hate My Life is a little bit confused by what happened there. Molotov going in. Oh! Oh, that's painful. And the Germans are still trying to pressure down here. They have brought out Flammenwerfers now, some flamethrowers. Try and push the Soviets out. So Universal might be going for some kills. I don't think it can hit them, no. I think they managed to get away. And they get away. And here comes the MP40. That's a lot of MP40s. They need to overrun that Maxim position quick. We need something tossed in. That is an incendiary grenade, but it's not really burning up the Maxim fast enough. Is it an incendiary? No, it was not. Oh, that's just unlucky. That's just unlucky. Germans are suffering huge losses because of that. That's a huge loss there from the Waffen-SS. And when the Waffen-SS have dug in here in the center with a trench, and they're ready for laying down some suppressor fire, pinning down some more Soviets. They didn't enable them to advance any longer. And the Wehrmacht is still trying to push down here with their Volksgrenadier. Also, some Panzergrenadiers arriving. The units are made out of Stalin. I suppose that is the correct answer to the situation.
Our brave infantry is dying.
Sturmgrenadiers are moving into the rest of the Panzerwiki here. More than now in seconds. Very active when they get the right aim down, as you can see. Panzerwiki rushing up. They're suffering heavy losses today, Panzerwiki. Not Panzerwiki, the Sturmgrenadier. We do have an MG-34 coming up here in a mortar as well. University K also went down. With the rest of artillery going in under Soviet positions. And the big swarm of Soviet infantry is rushing out here. The Germans do not want to deal with that many. They do Molotov that structure before retreating. Probably a smart choice. And the Franz Grenadiers are trying to secure this ground. So far succeeding, but the Post Grenadiers are no longer going to be there to cover their flank. We do have a Panzer IV F1 arriving. Will that be enough to save them though? But the Germans have finally secured the point.
We may now deploy mechanized assault groups.
Which will certainly give them a little bit of an upper hand in the fuel department, at least for a while. Half-track is about to be equipped with an MG-42. And the F1 is ready to lead the way. F1 is certainly a good tank for this kind of environment, I think, unless the Soviets can get close. The Milton is playing as rifle, so the infantry are cheaper, so remember that. Trying to rush the tank. That's a foolish move when it's to its front. Especially when there's a squad of Panzer Grenadiers and a half-track supporting it. They're going to be very efficient at their job. Both Panzerwiki trying to rush out. They managed to get close enough. Yeah, 80 great hits, but it is not enough to destroy it. More force is advancing to take some ground there. Lots of MP40 stripping into the structure now. Just a lot of back and forth. Monastery is still in German hands. Center is in German hands. But the Germans need to get another victory point. They're still suffering losses there. Also, is that a minefield? Who put a minefield there? The Soviets? Yeah, the Soviets did. Okay. They've also demo charge or booby trapped some of the structures with a demo charge. We need to get some water quickly. Ooh. Let me just pour some water from my jug here. Right into my glass. And let's have a sip. Ah, that's good. That's some good stuff. Nice cold water. Have to push over, there's a flamethrower! Oh, they managed to avoid it. So there's some pushing into the town again. After this is doing their best to try and hold them at bay. We have a Luke's coming onto the field as well, waiting back there. Probably waiting for the orders. Nemad is doing a decent enough job keeping the Soviets at bay at the moment. Only fighting Soviet infantry units at the moment really does help in that regard, especially when they have vehicles. After this is going for the victory point. Well, he's going to attempt for it. Sturmgrenadiers are pushed up with their Sturmgewehrs. Pretty laying fire down. But the Soviets are pressed to try and hold them back. Looks like the Soviets here have gone for motorized. As I recognize, it's the Odon symbol. Josef Understurmführer keeping eyes on the front line here. Doing his best to try and keep everything under control. Soviets have managed to push into the town again with some destroyed buildings. To add to that tally. Panzer II on the move here. And that can actually be a very dangerous thing, but there is a tank into the city. Or the town. Ooh, they might just have got the right time. Tank hunter's gonna go for it. Captain Panzerfaust. And they hit it. That's why you always need infantry near your tanks. Don't move up your tanks alone, especially in such an environment. They just become an easy target. Now here we see we have a support half-track with infantry inside it, moving with the Panzer IV. That's how you're supposed to do it. There's a Sys gun. And they do apply enough pressure quickly enough. Building canister around. They might be able to do enough. Yeah, they clear out the Sys. And then they just keep the Panzergrenadiers in the half-track near the Panzer. Should be able to take care of everything. Oh, they're trying to destroy the AT gun. Very smart. So it's recruited. They got hit by something else. Or might actually be in the half-track there. Not the half-track, the AT gun. Tank gun is also the move. We do an MT-42 back here to support. Or MT-34 actually, not an MT-42, my bad. Is it because he's never... Oh, he does have the Baraken. I was just thinking. High contains in the town as well. Mthis is looking ahead to have a very long conflict here. So the Germans are still trying to get close here to the victory point, but it's so far not really working. They are fitting down the Soviets a fair amount though. The Soviets have lost a lot of troops. Oh, so they're going in the Soviet positions. We're doing a good bit of damage actually. Even set up a 4 HQ here with a flak. Risky but useful with its 3.7mm. Now it's trying to advance with their Volksgrenadiers again. Grenade on them though. They just back off. They do have a half track still. That Sys gun is no longer operated. I feel the Soviets need to get some tanks onto the field. They're kind of suffering in the rest of the fight at the moment. More trains are being established by the Waffen-SS. Good to see. The F1 pushes up again with some half-track supports. Yeah, the Soviets are losing a lot of ground here. Oh, excuse me. Just had to off there. Oh, that F1 is doing a lot of good work here. Especially with all the infantry support. There's a bazooka armed the tank on nearby. But they mean targeted down. Bazooka misses. It hits the Volksgrenadiers instead for some reason. It's not looking good for the Soviets. Like the Germans could also move that command power up to surround support. And the Volksgrenadiers are doing a pretty good job inside there actually. Well, up here the Germans try to advance, but they get halted by the Maxim inside the windmill. There's also lots of bunkers here, just in case. But the mechanized assault from the Germans continue. I don't think the Soviets can stop this easily. Looks like the Volksgrenadier is going to steal that Sys quickly. Putting a common thing on the eastern front. We do have an MCHA here. Lend-Lease Sherman from the United States to the Soviets. Just as the Germans go into the exit point, the MCHA arrives. Preventing that from happening. So the Germans are still losing victory points at the moment. Also have a Soviet Capitan on the field now. With that MCHA, the F1 is going to have trouble. Cisco is trying to apply some rounds in if you can see it. MCHA pushes forwards. Misses. MCHA does not miss his high explosive round. The F1 cannot really fight that easily. Panzergrenadiers grab the Sys gun quickly. Artillery strike's been called in by the Soviet Capitan. That's going to be a very big rise. The Germans have to get out of there. The Soviets are about to be flattened. I don't think these two units realize. Here come the rounds. Also killed the Soviet squad that moved in there, but that's the Soviet artillery for you. Let's not discriminate. Half-track gets taken out. Big counter assault here from the Soviet Union. Might be able to push the Germans back. The Germans are lacking things to stop this. The central front is still holding, but they don't have any AT equipment. At least not the rig that can stop this Sherman. Because the Sherman is saying it will not overextend here. Does not want to risk it. You know, the Soviets are pushing into the town again. Trying to keep it in their hands. As the Germans are sending more Hitler Youth in. More MP40s. Doing a good work, a good amount of work with them actually. Hanskin just waiting back there. And a pack gun just in case. Soviet Capitan has survived to oversee the battle inside the town though. And this is a shock Capitan. He can upgrade his barrage from 122 to 152 if he wants. Making one of the strongest barrages in the game that I can call in, I think. I think it takes a whole minute to call in. No, 2 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to call it in because it's that powerful. Yeah, he's just going to use the 122, which makes sense.
The enemy has killed another infantry squad.
So it's going to be around here, flattening this part of the town. Ranging shots come in, as is usual with the Soviet artillery strikes, giving you a warning that it's happening. I think it's 2 or 3 ranging shots. Well, now here comes the artillery. A little bit wasted, but it did force the Germans out of the structure, I guess. Here it comes. Yeah, just flattening the structures over there. As any Soviet commander would, I suppose. And down here the Soviets are still fighting. We do have a KV-1 showing up as well. Looks like the scout car got destroyed down here in the command car. So Soviets were trying to make a push for the monastery. You also have a T-54-76 going up the main road. Pakistan turned the right way. Being shot to pieces by the machine gun inside the T-54. Tank guns are trying to push forwards, but they're going to run into a Maxim. Double Maxim, actually. Capitan pulling an artillery strike in the center. It's going to be 122. It's going to flatten this part of the German front line. The Germans have to move. You realize that it's coming in. You can hear the shells in the distance. Here it comes. And that's why you should move when the Soviets are doing an artillery strike like that. Mthis taking some big shots from the pack though. Inter backs up with a smoke. Stuka F8 is now arriving here for the Light Division to try and help hold the front line. More T-54s are arriving, as well as a crowd mower. So to bring a lot of fancy equipment for this one. The Germans are being pushed somewhat back over here. They're lacking AT equipment. As the Soviet tanks are just rolling up the main road. And the Waffen is just pulling back, and they realize they cannot really stop them. Pack is trying to its best here, but there's only a few crew members left. They got cut to pieces. So far the hills and all the cover is protecting some of the infantry though. But for how long? They still get suppressed due to the crowd mower. There's another pack somewhere. Ah, back there. Just down the road. Looks like the Soviets have gained more ground at least. But the Germans are still holding strong down here. Here, you want to try to apply some pressure from the flank. Armor should hold, and then he would take a penetrating shot. Still trying to do his best down there. Got shot again. It's not going to last long. It's one more shot and it might be gone. Or one more penetrating shot anyway. Stop clears it out. Also some German artillery has been called in return. It's gonna be light gun, light infantry gun. Nothing too specific or too special. So it's going to be paying an MCHA. Stormtroopers are trying to move through the open road, risky maneuver. Well, not open road, but like the stream of water. But they're lucky they're not get targeted down. We do see a Panther tank being prepared by the SS Panzer, which will certainly help. Wonderstorm Fury is doing his best to try and keep an eye on the front line here. The Wehrmacht has slowly pushed further up. MCHA pushes forward, the stock cannot turn. Cisco is present low. High explosive around the undershot. F1 got a penetrating shot. Stock turns around. And gets taken out by the stock. Rifle guards with a bazooka here in the move, but they've run into a flamethrower. And then we have the half-type with some Panzer Grenadiers falling up behind. Another Soviet infantry assault. We even have a major on the field now. Looks like the high command really wants this area secured. That's an order directly from Stalin or something, who knows? Regardless, the Mthis is trying to push up here, but there's too much stopping them. Too many minefields and everything. You realize it's just not worth it. And then we have shock troops on the flank. Oh! Fortunately, they don't have the PBSHs yet. Impact Ray trying to kill more of them. And his FTs open up. Not an easy approach for the Mthis has to deal with. But they do have a Panther tank. It will be difficult for the T-54s to handle, generally. Here comes the Panther, and the T-54s to back off quickly. Shock troopers on the flank here. But shock troopers don't have any direct anti-tank. They have a satchel charge, and they are tossing on the structure. Demolishing more of the town. Looks like more German artillery going in the Soviet positions. The Germans are probably getting a little bit desperate and wanted to stop the flow of victory points. Germans are pushing up very far here on the other flank. F1 actually doing a pretty admirable job. Gets hit by a bazooka rocket though. Stock needs repairs again. Its engine is busted. Well, he's heavily damaged. But also moving there, we have the Panther on the north. Ramming gets hit from the T-54 fails. Just gets hit by a Panther round. Panther was a very good choice, I think. Sure, cannot one-shot generally like the Tiger can, but it's far more maneuverable and better frontally armored. So the Germans have all my advantage to get to the point. But the Soviets are just too tenacious to get rid of. But the Germans are slowly inching closer. They're laying down a lot of fire in the area. There's a bunch of heavy mortars now here for the Soviet Union. 2 heavy mortars just continuously laying down fire. So they've been calling it's going to be from the Soviet Capitan. They want to flatten this approach. This is the Hauptsturm Führer tries to call in something, but it's gonna be too late, I think. Yeah, they have to just pull out. They realize what's about to happen. That was a smart move. You don't want to risk all those units. As you can see. Lots of big boom. And remains in the not the center, the north, the northern town. This can also has also been located to the north now to try and hold the victory points. And takes out the gun and the dishcam placement. But the Panther certainly helping the Germans here. Habitat is calling in on an artillery strike, another 122. They want to just keep that Panther on the move. Oh well. Keep it locked down somewhere. Panther can easily avoid the artillery strike though, can just back off. It's very quick. Here comes the rounds. I'm gonna flatten more of the town. As you can see. This poor, poor town. Troops are still pouring infantry down here. Well, I feel the Soviet position in here in the center and the south is getting somewhat precarious compared to the north. The Germans are just applying a lot of pressure at the moment. Still, it's not enough to dislodge them, but at some point it will be enough. Which is just when the Wehrmacht finally strikes. The Soviets are really lacking in anti-tank and just overall tank equipment down here. Germans have that handled. Panthers driving around the north again, probably trying to find things to snipe out. Mthis might be going for an AT grade here on the Panther. But I realize that's not a good idea. Germans digging in more bunkers as they advance. As more artillery is trying to screen the Germans. Oh, some actual howitzers now, not light infantry guns. We're stuck there for the Germans to help hold the line. Also, we have more Panzer Grenadiers now fully equipped with MP40s moving about. So the Germans going to make a push for the field points. Panzer and Hitler, you're moving about. Ooh, anti-tank rifle managed to hit the tracks, doing some mobility damage. Tactical charge from the structures. That's not gonna. Oh, it's gonna be too late. Oh. The Germans don't have an easy way to approach yet. The Soviets still maintain the position. So it's all bunched up, but so far it's helping them. But if there was something big explosive coming, that would be very bad. We do have an SU-122 coming out here, or ISU-122, I don't know which one it is, coming out here for the motorized force. Stock F8 down here doing a pretty good job. Ah, it's using high explosive rounds. That's right, the stock F8 can swap between our piercing and high explosive, which makes it really damn good at dealing with late game allied infantry positions, or infantry formations. Or Soviet artillery coming in, making the Germans just pull back. They just have to avoid those artillery strikes. As you can tell. Because those are some big artillery strikes.
Anti-tank gun is ready for action.
Hitler, you've got close here with a flamethrower. It doesn't really help them as they get suppressed. I think he got too close with the flamethrower. It has a minimum range after all. Stormtroopers now put a nice push up here. Doing a fairly good job of it despite having like no upgrades, but they decide to pull back. Stock G tries to push up here again. The Germans need to get to a victory point. And they're finally gonna try and make an attempt for it. Need to get through that Maxim and that Sisto. That's the real big problem here. Well, also the Wehrmacht sending up its units. And this is gonna be a full-on assault. Can the Soviets hold this at bay? Because that's a big assault happening. Does we have a gravitational anomaly that happens sometimes? German infantry is just laying down so much rifle fire. Half-Tracks also coming up with Panzer Grenadiers. But we have the SU or ISU-122 moving through, but it gets hit by the stock. Oh, stock deflects. Just gonna absorb fire with high explosive rounds. The Soviets hold on to the point with sheer tenacity. With sheer tenacity. Panther's now very anchored, trying to secure the north here. There's a lack of things here that can actually fight the thing. T-54's gonna go, try and go for it. Takes a corner shot, but fails to penetrate. Panther needs to be careful, not overextend itself. Stock Evader also tried to push up here. Soviet infantry assault in the south now after the Germans did their assaults. They're running into too much here, German defense. It's just too much. Overview point is falling into German hands finally. And now it's going to be very hard to dislodge the Germans from it, I think, because of the Panther. Still, victory point wise, the Germans are losing. It's just slowly. One to two being repaired. The Panthers are being prepared for the light division as well as Panzerwerfer. Second Panther being prepared by the Panzer Tactics, which will certainly be a problem here for the Soviets. Germans also trying to make a push for the point again. They might actually decapture it. They decapture it. They're not bleeding points while that's happening. Apart from that, it feels like it's been somewhat of a waste. They've lost a lot of units trying to make it so. What has been calling on the Soviet positions though. F8 and Panzer IV F1 on the move. Ooh, there's a scissor on flank. F1 took a big hit. And gets cleared out.
Our Panzer forces have been reduced by one.
And Panther just holds down the center here, but there's that IS-2 on the field. And the IS-2 is the tank. Even the Panther is going to have trouble fighting. And the Soviets are going to go for the field point again. Not going to be much to stop them. Rockets going in. They want to really prevent the Soviets from getting that point again. Ooh, the 122 might go down here soon. They might have overextended a bit. Another gravitational anomaly. Big gun got taken out there. But there's an IS-2 up here. But it's hitting a lot of the terrain. Not the most accurate of tanks. That's a very potent gun. I think those Hitler youth might be dead. If they can line up another shot correctly. Nope, hits the terrain again. Panthers are waiting nearby. And now they might actually die from another shot here. Nope. Meanwhile, the Germans managed to get up to the other victory points. Hans going to be leading the way. And they're doing their best, but they're under a lot of pressure. Smoke grenades being popped. Looks like the Germans might actually take the point. And now with that, the Soviets are the ones losing victory points. At least for now. That's a huge thing because that point is within German fire range. That is a lot of conscripts though. That is a whole swarm of conscripts. Looks like Miller is using the advantage of Rifle Company here to just push conscripts forwards. But we have double Panzer IV now arriving. Suppressing the conscripts to the ground. But that is a lot of Soviet men. And they just apply pressure for there being so many. Did one Panther go down? No, no, never mind, they're both here. So the Panthers can relocate to try and help with this. IS-2 souls being relocated down here to try and deal with the Panthers. Artillery going in, preventing the Soviets from pushing up further. And now the Germans can do a counter-assault again. Suddenly this turned into quite a bit of a tank fight. But the IS-2 is present. But it's dealing with a lot of German tanks on its own. The Panthers can do decent amount of damage if they can penetrate. IS-2 has to pull back. It actually gets taken out. That's a lot of guns from the Germans right here. A lot of guns in a very small area. Panthers advancing. MCHR tank is still in the field here. Oh well, a new one I think. But I don't think it's going to do much here. Panthers just in advance. They need infantry to come up behind us. Indeed they are. Slowly advancing. Oh, got hit by an explosion, probably from a heavy mortar. They're still trying to advance though. We need to get to that victory point. Oh, so much action is going on right here. We also have more artillery being called in. Oh no, those are just heavy mortars. And then we have the Panzer sitting over here. So much going on. But the Panthers remains on their roll. Very hard to deal with. Oh, MCHR managed to get a penetrating shot. It gets taken out by the Panther. AT grenades. That fails to penetrate. Panther have to pull back for repairs. But the Soviets have lost a lot of units here in very quick succession. It's not looking good for the Soviet Union all of a sudden. If the Germans can turn this around and just keep pushing, they might have it. Of course, if the Germans start to delay, that might actually be a problem. Oh, it's so hot, I need to get this shirt off. Oh, that's way better. Oh, that's way better. Sorry about that. Oh, it's so humid. Panzer is on the move with the MKB-42s. The predecessors to the STG-44. Or MP-44, you want to, however word you want to use. Basically an identical weapon, I think. But the Germans are advancing very aggressively. Just on the flank still cause some issues. There's lots of action happening over here. But the Soviets need to get that point back. They're calling in super heavy artillery to try and block for them as they move up to do so. Here come the shells. I don't think the Germans have noticed. Oh, they did not notice. Losing an officer and a lot of other things. And those artillery strikes are pretty damn dangerous. Now they've been looted into a assist trap. Lots of assist guns pointed at them. And one Panzer IV has even been immobilized. Stock gets taken out. Meanwhile, we have a Panther tank trying to advance up here. You need to see if they can take out that Mthis at some point. That's probably their main goal. Yeah, Experts run very good run at that actually. Then they just see their machine guns to actually hit them a little bit more. There we go, cleared out. But we do have some conscripts on the flank here. Integrate to the rear. But it looks like the Germans are just going to keep pushing. They're not going to waste any more time here. They need to take out that machine gun up there. Passing about the Ladno. And a grenade assault. Cleared out the windmill. Now they just need to get through the barbed wire. That's why they brought a Storm Pioneer. Well, there was a mine there, I think. Very cheeky. Some pioneers are going to try and get to work, but there's still a bunker here that is able to shoot them. Ooh. SU-76 goes shot there, but almost is taken out by the Panther in turn. They managed to cut the barbed wire. But there's still a mine. Oh, the Lotus was injured for a while there. If that issue gets another good lucky shot in. Oh, risky maneuver.
The enemy is trying to destroy a structure.
There we go, takes out the SU-76. Guess the SU-76 lost its gun or something. Gonna decide to pull back for the moment. Panther down here to the south trying to hold. Lots of Soviet infantry is being massed. Panzergriffs also being placed around. As artillery hits the center. Germans are trying to repair some of their panzers. That's it. No, they're trying to scavenge them. Try and get some resources back. Yeah, 45 fuel. That's not bad at all, actually. And we have a Storm Tiger on the field. And that could be a problem for the Soviets. Germans are still able... Oh, they managed to get down to the point. Would be enough for them to get it, though. That's the question. The Soviets are bringing up more units to try and prevent this. I don't know if this command tank can get this artillery strike off in time. Never mind, it does, but it's going to lose the tank. Yep. And, it does kill the gun inside the bunker, I guess, but it's not going to save that squad. Panther tank ready for action again. Panther on the southern flank are also trying to fight against everything that might be coming their way. Still the Attrition in the fields. Just all the artillery landing here near the center. Storm Tiger's waiting for the right target. Panther needs repairs. Oh, it's been a very long fight here already. Panther being a little bit of a menace up here again. There's the other Panthers down here holding the main road. Playing out the sister. I just see more infantry up here, preferably one with a minesweeper. I don't think they can get a minesweeper when they have both their guns. Actually, it says they can. They seem to be in their own territory. But now that's an opening the Germans have been waiting for a while to finally get the northern point. Looks like we have some elite force here of the Soviets advancing alongside their officers. Oh, that's a Storm Tiger! Ooh, takes out the Udon behind them, but the officers are unscathed for the most part. Probably lucky. Another KV-1 arriving here. Syscons are not really able to do enough to the Panthers at this range frontally. They need to sidestep a little bit to get onto the point circle. They're just out of range. Just out of range. Only when I hate my life will notice. Doomseeker is spinning about and it reloads. Just somewhat costly. But when you're Doc Dimmadome of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, I'm pretty sure it's not a bad big of a problem. Germans have managed to take the point out, they noticed. And now the Soviets are beating in points again. More rockets going in. This is the Germans trying to bring more infantry to the front line. They certainly need the infantry. And we've also reached the point of the battle where there's now 2 battle tracks going on in the background. That's just a vanilla bug. There's nothing really I can do about that. I apologize for that. It just happens sometimes when the battles last too long. Something that Relic never fixed, I think. Stormtroopers are now having a firefight here with the Soviets, I mean. So I think we should actually be pretty good at dealing with the Soviets. They should probably not get that close to shock troopers without allowing being tossed. Oh, that's a bad retreat path. But they can just destroy the whole shock trooper squad. So I would say worth it. New IS-2 has arrived though. IS-2 took a big hit there from something. It's actually been immobilized. Now, like, it does get a verse version of the Panther, so it has less armor, and that's enough to be seen there as the Mthis is destroyed. I don't think that would have happened as easily with these Panthers up here. Let's see, the IS-2 still about there. Panthers ready to make their move. At least they're threatening the IS-2 with a flanking maneuver by being present. And I think that's enough to keep the IS-2 for the most part to stay at a distance. Tip's gonna try and go for it. Ooh. Both on the town is also in hands of the Germans again. Panthers moving in for a flanking maneuver. They need to threaten the flanks of the IS-2 at all times. They don't want to be hit by an AP round though from the IS-2. Yeah, starting an AP round. Looks like the Panther will back off. Just barely. Fails to penetrate this long range though. You do another big heavy gun up here north to support the IS-2. Deflection damage will start to stack up over time though, so the IS-2 needs to be cautious with the AP round being loaded. Oh, kinda injured. Panthers can slowly advance, but he needs to be careful. Staying in range is probably the wisest move they can do. And we have a 122 right there. So it's lost a lot of units there, like no infantry left at all. Northern flank. All the rockets is ensuring that the Soviets can't really advance. IS-2 remains about. So it's advanced here using the stone wall and the 122 for cover. Oh, fails to penetrate, but that deflection damage was pretty immense. Oh, AP round from the IS-2 destroys one Panther. That's why you want to avoid their fighting an IS-2 like that. It's very powerful. Oh, sorry about that, I had to yawn. Oh, I'm feeling exhausted after my walk today. I am on vacation at the moment, so I've been trying to do some daily walks to get some steps in. We have more artillery going in. Just all the artillery from both sides going on here. Lots of artillery. But no actual howitzers. But the Soviets are sending a lot of stuff north here. They want to ensure this point is back in Soviet hands. Which makes sense, to be honest. Ooh, I don't think the Panther wants to stay there. There's a lot of armor coming its way. Ooh, look at that deflection damage. And has to keep backing off. T-34 also arriving. So it's losing the northern flank. The Germans have to compensate somewhere else, if they can. Stundsieger. Oh! Oh! Oh my god, that just destroyed all of Kagapu's infantry. That's a single Stundsieger shot because they had a whole assembly right there. Oh! That was painful. That was real painful to watch. Oh god. But so he's not trying to secure ground again. So for doing a pretty decent job of it. The Germans need to get on another victory point. If they want to stop the flow again. Just all the rockets are landing somewhere, I just don't know where. Hamper needs some repairs back there. That's more MP40 on if he just tries to push up, but there's an IS-2 in the town. Did not want to run into an IS-2. Oh, excuse me. Had to burp there for a second. Oh, Hitler, you might be able to get close. Oh! Oh, but the Attrition turns around. That was close. If they would have gotten their Panzerknack off on the that would have been the end of it. Tiger tank coming out now instead of a Panther. Light division was called in more stocks to try and hold the line. You must need to get at that point, but it's not easy with all the conscripts just flowing into it. Because that's the advantage of having a rifle command late game on one side. You can just keep pumping out conscripts for basically nothing. You can see how many conscripts they have. How much do they even cost at this point? 150. A conscript squad costs 150 manpower. That means one conscript squad a minute with the current income at the moment. Of course, the income is now higher because they lost some units, but you get what I mean. That is a lot of conscripts. $150, whereas most squads cost like $240 or $360, depending on the experience level. So $150. I think if he actually decides to fully take up, although I don't think he gets anything out of it normally as a rifle, I think they become even cheaper. And the services are trying to get to the victory point up here. They must do have sight on it, but they don't really have sight on the units due to the smoke. That smoke will soon clear. And when that smoke clears, the Panzer is also going to be present. Here comes some artillery. So the Capitans are trying to hold, he's trying to call some artillery strikes. Probably around here. And the Soviets are just trying to keep the points in Soviet hands. Tiger tank has arrived on the northern flank here for the Germans. Stundsieger took a shot again, but they're not really hit much. Here comes the Soviet artillery. Germans have to pull back from the front line. Because that stuff happens. Very potent strike. Oh god, why am I yawning so much? I want to fall. I don't want to be this tired. Second artillery strike? Where did that come from? What do you mean from you? Okay, I guess that. Oh, from the probably from the shot guy up here. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. They both did it in the same area. I personally feel if Orcon had the munitions, which they technically do. I feel this here. Go for the 152. That is just so much fun. Although I really see people use it because, as I said, it takes 2 minutes to call it in. It's a 2-minute call-in timer. That is a pretty long amount of time where you stand still. But once you get that off, that is not 26, 24 152 rounds to flatten a part of the map. It's always worth keeping an eye out. I'd certainly use it if I was playing Shock. I'd say that. Because I feel it's a cool ability. As we is getting hit in the flank here from the Sappers and the Capitan. There's also a squad of Dawn on the fields. See, this time the Ironside brought an outclass to keep an eye on the things. They can see what the Soviets are doing. Yeah, we can see the big guns being repaired there. Who's gonna come out on top here? You see another Panther arriving here for the Light Division. And more Panzer just also arriving in a half track. As the battle has somewhat quieted down, as neither side is ready to make a push yet. Oh, Panther pushed up one shot there. Oh, very risky for the Panther, but so far it's working. It's just when the 6 pushes up. Oh, I don't think the Panther wants to stay there. Oh, so far it's been deflecting all the shots. But it doesn't want to extend its lock. And the fight continues down here. More Panzer is also on the advance. Panther laying more strikes with their own weaponry. As the Hauptmann is also calling in a strike of his own. There's going to be 10.5 centimeter. Pretty basic, but pretty reliable. Mattcasting is pushing up. Better be cautious with that, especially with the IS-2 in the streets. Remember, the Tiger has worse frontal armor than the Panther. So, yeah, as you can see, the Sisters managed to get a good penetration there. Now the IS-2 might go in for a kill. Decides against it. Oh. And now a good thing for the Stormtroopers right there. Looks like the Germans on the retreat down here. The heavy mortars are probably doing a lot of work over time. The longer these mortars remain up, the more damage they will do because they fire very big rounds. More artillery, followed by a bunch of conscripts laying some sandbag walls, digging in. And Milan can just keep pumping out conscripts as they need. Because sometimes flooding the enemy in barely trained men, young men, works for some reason. Very Soviet thing to do, I guess. One of them has a bazooka they probably picked off from the ground. I think that's right, if you can even make them better at repairing. Yeah, they allow us to repair buildings. Only buildings, though. They're very good at like holding a line because you don't need sappers to do all the repairs. Of course, it only works in buildings, not vehicles, as the thing says. It very much feels like a stalemate at the moment, but the Germans are losing. They need to get to a victory point. Like, if it wasn't a victory game, I would say this would be a very long stalemate. Because it's a victory point game, which I do prefer, it means one side has to make the push. And the Soviets can just keep working to keep the Germans at bay. More or less. We have another big gun, another 122 coming out. Artillery going in from the Soviet Capitan, I think. That's the one back here. The shock one. I would still like to see this one being used in this area instead. Not a pan for coming up for the light division soon. Got Pento there by the Sis. Oh yeah, a little bit risky just staying there. He's just keep rolling it back for repairs. That's why they have to do a blitz here. Setting us a mobile repair station. We have a second Tiger Tank now, so double Tiger Tank here for the Panzer Tactics. Will that be enough to get them to take out that IS is the question. So it's a further dog in up here again. Once sure the victory point remains in Soviet hands. Oh, Tiger Tank on the move, but the Tiger Tank does not have as much armor, so the T-84 and Sis can penetrate easier. You also have an AP run coming up for that IS-2, I think. Oh, fails to penetrate, but it did a lot of deflection damage. Well, the Tiger Tank meanwhile advances. This one was just a distraction by the looks of it. IS-2 has really good armor though, so I think even the Tiger Tank is going to have issues penetrating it. Once which tries to hold up there. Panther's getting some good shots in though. SU-76 got taken out. Ooh, Panther is not looking good. He needs to pull back before it's too late. Oh, attack tank got cleared out by the 122. Lots of artillery going in the certain positions again. But Germans don't really have a way to advance. It's not easily. The Soviets are just too fortified in. Nice, just gonna take out that Panther squad. Oh, that was painful. Just turned them into mush. With a 122mm high explosive gun. I think it's using a 122mm. Like, should be the same gun on the IS-2 as the 122 up here. If I'm not mistaken. We'll start trying to advance up here slowly. Going a little bit slow. Second IS-2 being prepared. That's it, command tank. Or not. It manages to back off. But the battle is somewhat stalemating. Not too many pushes going on at the moment. Lines are somewhat stabilized, but the Soviets have the upper hand. When will the Germans realize it's enough and decide to pull back? That's the question. And the IS-2 so remains a big problem here in the center. Well, the north. There's another squad there. The Panther's gonna have issues painted in the front of this IS-2. If you're being loaded though, that might be the death of this Panther. Concerns front. Oh, Aviron got cancelled. Oh, it can use this area for cover. This is a side blocker. Did not realize that. Oh, go ahead, gets in the side though. But it will hit dazing the IS-2, but then the IS-2's Aviron takes out the Panther. But the Germans are trying to assault down here. The Germans push through down here, and that's the question. There's a lot of Soviets scattered about.
The enemy is trying to destroy a structure.
The fuel point will definitely fall into German hands for at least for a little bit, but now the Tiger tank's in trouble. And this is going to start a lot of work in this little flank. And that might be a dead Tiger tank. Yeah, it gets cleared up by an anti-tank grenade by a conscript. How long will this last longer is the question. Hopefully my mic settings are not broken. Somebody is doing their best to try and hold. Oh, I hit my life has left. That's not a good sign. Means one side starts to give up, I think. Probably sort of riding on the wall. As his allies refuse to surrender. So the AI is going to cheat and just get a lot of units out, so I have to apply some pressure somewhere. The German Panthers trying to do their best up here, but I've been having easy time pushing through the assist front. And all deterring the center prevents the Mthis from getting a good position to assault from. And with no opposition up here, the Surge is just going to start advancing. I feel we're about to reach the end game then. Took it long enough though, I'll say that. Been a long fight. Been a very long fight. Which is still operational. Somewhat. I'm not sure how and how many of the support beams are broken, but too much to judge. I'm not a bridge designer. Bridge architect. Bridge engineer? But what do you call a guy who makes a bridge? Or a person who makes a bridge? Is it an architect, engineer, or something else? Because I would almost think it's an engineer, because you have to think of a lot of factors when making a bridge to make it support stuff. And now the Surge is just going to start bombing the German base. Why not? There's nothing to really stop them doing so. And this is kind of the end. So the Germans have fought valiantly and tried to do their best. But this front is just too much here. Hammer's gonna advance safely. And these big guns are just gonna slowly take out the base. Well, rocket artillery may go in, but it's not gonna be enough. Is this going to end up being like a last man situation? Where you're just going to fight until the very end, despite having lost? But I hope not, that's just a waste of time, really. Let's speed up time a bit, see what happens. Nothing to do going to defend the base. So I think the German players do realize it's over. But they're not really doing anything. You're just staying in their positions and not really doing much. Just a little bit of pushing here from the Panthers. Not much is coming out of it. And the big guns are slowly taking out the German base. Building by building. At this point, at least just do the surrender thing. Unless it is broken. It could also have broke, who knows. And just in the... Yeah, there we go, now they surrendered. Long match. Lots of action. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.